It is a cold and slightly windy morning here at Toverland. Sam's first time, yay! It's bloody freezing, so we are going to the indoor bit to get a coffee and something to eat probably. Yeah, we're looking forward. It's a little bit overcast today. It says it might rain a little bit later, but I kind of said, well, if you're at any park where it's going to rain, make it Toverland, because you've got a massive indoor area as well if it does happen. Obviously we're looking forward to Troy today, booster bike as well. Loads of fun stuff. Unfortunately, Phoenix is down today. We've known that for a couple of days now. It wasn't down when we booked the trip, and I did specifically look because I know it's something Sam was really looking forward to. But
love a wind coaster. Yeah,
Sam does love a wind coaster, so that is a bit of a shame. But said it's Toverland is always somewhere I'm going to come back to.
Construction, isn't it?
Yeah, because they're building.
Yeah. Like a point where it needs to be closed. But
yeah.
A certain amount of time. Someone said it would be a month, I think.
Yeah, and I think yeah, like they're building these. What is there? A couple of new rides? 1 or 2 new rides?
The Look Flume's huge.
Yeah, the Look Flume's massive. Yeah, 1 or 2 new rides in Avalon. So and yeah, I don't think it was a planned closure. I think they've just suddenly gone, okay, we need access to this. So it is what it is. But yes, in the meantime, we are going to head inside the big. So I don't know if you know about Toverland, but there's obviously this whole outdoor area with roller coasters and things. But there is also the 2 big indoor warehouses. That's basically how the park started. It's like indoor play, and then they've expanded. Yeah, there's 2. Yeah, they've expanded massively. So when I first came, basically the boundary of the park was booster bike there, and that was it. And then all of this. They have since expanded. They have also themed this area all around the Log Flume since I last came. So this looks really nice. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to exploring the park as well. Here we go. Woo! I haven't been here since 2018, so I'm really excited to yeah, just explore the park again. It's one of my favourite parks in Europe, and it's been too long since I last came. We're going to go inside now, just grab a coffee and get something to eat, and then we're going to get all back. Oh my god! I thought you were going on the floor there. Ready? Go, you can squeeze through there.
No, I don't want to.
You did it! We're going on Troy. Troy! Oh, I miss the old song. We've just come off of Troy. I'm like have my breath taken away because it's a little bit cold, but also Troy just hauls ass around that track. It's so good. I love it. It's been I think it's had some retrack work because I haven't been on it in 5 years, and I'd heard bad things. I'd heard that it was really rough, but it has had some retrack work done, and I think it certainly benefited from that because that was very, very fun. I really enjoyed it. It was Sam's first ride. Go on, what did you think?
Yeah, it was really, really good. Quite similar to Woden in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I do prefer Woden only because I think the first drop and the pace is a little bit sort of stronger on Woden.
Yeah.
But it's not far away.
No.
I just love how those GCIs ride. They're frantic, and like we were saying on it then, they're not rough, but they are janky, but your body just sort of goes with it. It's weird, like there's no discomfort whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, absolutely sick. I love it,
Yeah, so good. We're going to rewrite it again later, but I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me. There's a couple of like school trip type things here, and unfortunately they are only running Troy on one train. And even though it's really not busy here today, oh my hair's everywhere, it's really not busy here today, but they are running it on one train, and it's kind of, Troy's a long coaster and they're not really being that speedy with like dispatches and stuff. So with that, and the fact it's on one train, it took about, what, 20 minutes to get on that
Yeah,
one?
20 minutes, half an hour.
Like,
we waited in the back, which was an extra 4 trains.
Yeah, so it's just,
I've never seen that before. They have
yeah, back row.
Specific back row sort of extended queue, like you would usually with the front, but they have it on the back.
For the enthusiasts, for the people who know. But yeah, I do wish they had 2 trains, but I kind of said to Sam, once the school trips have gone home, we'll be able to run around them that a few times, I'm sure. We're going to head through to the other part of the park now, like the bit where Dwervil Wind and that is. Yeah, and just continue a day, having a lovely day. I do wish it was a bit warmer. It's cold. Magic Valley.
Let's hope his brother.
I'm not moving away from you, it's just so I can get a good
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Like a better right, because Merlin is about to open the secret passage.
Oh, so cool.
This and that, so they do sword and dragons.
really well paced.
Yeah.
People feel dreams, reveals desires, dedicated to Terminal or be open or hear flourishing. The ancient gospel, the treasure and strong capacities, this gold.
We just went on Dwervil Wind. I was like, that's what I was about to say, but it feels like an hour ago now that we went on Dwervil Wind, didn't it? It was there's no onboard audio on there at the moment, and I don't know why. Oh, they put 2 trains on, look. Oh, it was only on one train a minute ago. Maybe there's a train on that has audio on now. It's getting a bit chilly, so we're going to go back. We haven't been in the other warehouse yet, so we're going to go in there and check that out. We also just went on Merlin's Quest, which was amazing. Before I talk about that, I'll just tell you, so Avalon obviously have this massive investment of like new rides and stuff. So they're putting in 4 new rides, and it looks like from what we've just seen going on the boat ride and stuff, they're tarting up the area as well, like adding a bit of new theming and stuff, which is obviously amazing. You're looking at the kid on the backflip. Oh my god. Yeah, one thing to know about Toverland is there's loads of like bouncy castles and trampolines and like fountains and things you can climb on, so it makes it like really good park for kids. and adventurous adults, I would say, as well. Yeah, so back to Avalon. They're doing this massive investment. It's a €10 million investment. I think it was announced like last autumn, maybe like September or something. But it's still not finished, and that means that because they're building the rides, because they are adding the rides in and around an existing land, basically you can get in and you can go on Merlin's Quest, but you can't. I mean, I think Phoenix has been operating, but unfortunately today Phoenix is not operating. But also what I didn't realise, oh yeah, we'll have to come back and watch Katara Fountain's Magic because it's fab. Yeah, what I didn't realise is actually you can't access the rest of Avalon, so if you're coming, just like be aware of that. Like, you can't access the Flaming Feather, which is like the really nice restaurant. A lot of it's under scrim because they are building new rides. Obviously for health and safety reasons, areas have to be blocked off. So it is a bit of a shame because it's a really beautiful area. And I was really looking forward to like showing Sam because I knew you'd love it.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, we'll come back. It's just one of those things. Let's come back on a sunnier day as well because it's bloody freezing.
It's cold.
Anyway, Merlin's Quest, amazing. It just, like, the indoor dark ride section is so magical. And I was saying to Sam, it makes me feel like the first time I rode Dreamlocked. Like, the doors open, it's foggy, the music's
it's one of
amazing.
Those moments, isn't it? That,
yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So good. It smells amazing.
There's children bouncing around behind me. Sorry, those kids started talking to me. Yeah, it's just like, I was saying to Sam, it's really hard to describe. Like, it's like an overwhelming, like...
That was more the map that was walked past, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, yeah.
Do you want to go and see if it actually is?
Pretty sure it was him.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's 3 rooms, so it's only a small dark ride section. Like the rest of it's more like just a boat ride through the land, and obviously when Phoenix is operating, it's like swooping around you and it's all very cool and like interactive. But the 3 dark ride rooms, like I say, it's not very long, but each room has its own smell, each room has its own distinct like style and theme. I love the room where you see Merlin and all the books piled up and it smells like burning. It's just incredible. Like,
so good.
Yeah, I knew you'd love that. It's like your kind of ride. Like, we both love Dreamvlogged. Yeah. And I was like, this has big Dreamvlogged vibes, doesn't it? But yeah, we went on it twice. We sat around and there was no one else on it. We were like, can we go again? She's like, yeah, absolutely. We haven't actually been here yet.
Oh, wow.
This is the original Toverland. This is what I remember from when I came in 2009 the first time. Then we'll walk around here. There goes the old school roller skater. Yeah, we're gonna go and find a drink and sit down because we're a little bit cold. And then yeah, crack on with some more.
Really hurts me.
My breaky bone. This is all cute and new. Theming, yes. Horn Festival. This is cool. Oh my god. Oh look, it's like we've made a machine to transport the logs. That's funny. Yes.
Like Matterhorn.
Yes. Wait. You have to look up and see if this works. Look. Right, look. Straight up, find the ball. The ball comes down the machine and goes into his mouth.
On the whole train.
Two's Express. Are we doing a Sam and Jordan train takeover? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh!
Broken.
Yes,
Yes, it is, right? Oh.
This one. Show off. Oh, a spider came down, look! No? Ooh! It's fun! Do you wanna go? That's why they're broken. Do you wanna go? Come, you do it. Press the button. Make the flowers grow. Not this one. It's been a while. What did we go on last? We went on the Two's Express, which is the indoor Vekoma thing. But we said probably has the fastest dispatches of any coaster we've ever seen.
Well, we came this morning and I'm like, fucking hell, they've got one train on Troy, they're taking the time with the dispatches, but every other ride, it's been some of the fastest dispatches I've ever seen, so completely ridiculous.
But even like we were in the queue, we were walking through the queue of the Two's Express because there was no one waiting for it. They didn't even wait for us to get to the end of the queue and they just dispatched the train, didn't they? Oh yeah, alright then. Yeah. We also did the little house with the wands and you make the stuff do things. That was cute, like that.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then I can't even remember. We did Maximus Blitzbahn. Yes, you loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Yeah. I swear, by the way, someone tell me. I swear it used to have onboard audio, and I don't know what's going on with the onboard audio today. But we're going back onto Avalon now. But that obviously had onboard audio, but I'm pretty sure that Maximus Blitzbahn did as well. There it goes. Whee! And I didn't notice it this time, so I don't know if that's like broken or my train was broken, I don't know. Still fun, still really, really good, and it times you. And we got exactly the same time.
Yeah,
like down to the nanosecond, we were exactly the same. So yeah, that was cute. We've just been on Booster Bike.
Yep.
And we waited for. Is that your second motorbike coaster? You've been on Velocity.
Yeah.
Do you remember Velocity? How does it compare?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
They're all right. They're not offensive in any way, shape or form. The launch isn't up to much, but
No.
I couldn't sit on one for much longer than that layout.
No.
They're reliable, aren't they? They don't age,
No.
I've realised.
I've always thought the booster bike here is a bit random. Like, it doesn't really fit with the rest
No.
of the park. Like,
It's called booster bike.
Yeah, and it's called booster bike and themed to motorbikes, and everything else is like this, like cute and fantasy themed, and yeah, like I know it's because it's an older coaster, and like people didn't like they obviously didn't realise what direction they were going in at that time or whatever. But yeah, I love this signage. It is some of my favourite. They have added a second train onto this since we rode it earlier, so I'm hoping that when we get on this one it has the onboard audio, because that's, for me, that's like the best thing about this ride. And we didn't get to do it earlier. Oh, we also watched Katara Fountain of Magic, so I did get to hear the audio, but Sam was just like sat living his best life, weren't you? Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's a little bit later in the day now. It's about 4 o'clock, and a lot of the school trips and things have buggered off. So we should hopefully get on a few rides in a very short amount of time now. We're going to do this. We're going to go and ride Troy as well. Is the end of our day at Toverland. Did you have a good day?
Really good day. I love Toverland.
What was your favourite ride?
Avalon. Merlin's Quest.
Yes,
was my
Merlin's
favourite ride,
Quest.
The boat ride. Probably followed by, honestly, Dwervelwind.
Yeah.
Troy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had when I spoke to you last, we went on Dwervelwind, and basically this always seems to happen at Toverland, where it gets to like 3 o'clock and everyone goes home. Park's open until 6. I don't even know what time it is now. Probably 5:30, is it? 5:30 the dot. And yeah, everyone goes home. So at the end of the day, you just get loads of re-rides. So we went on Dwervelwind, and he sent us around 3 times, didn't he? One after the other.
After the third,
yeah, we were like, please let us off, and he was laughing at us. And then we did the same on Troy. So we just had 4 free rides on Troy. Free ride, two towards the back and 1 towards the front. And earlier, it was running really well, but I mean, my back hurts.
Yeah, that was really. I've got a bit of a headache after that.
Yeah.
The first ride of the day was definitely the best, which is rarely the case with wooden coasters, I find. Certainly not GCIs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, but it's showing its age.
Definitely.
I'm saying that it's the first time I've been on it, but it's janky.
Yeah. No, do you know, I had, like I said earlier, I'd heard that it was getting a little rough, but then I also heard that it had been tracked in some parts, and I was like, okay, well, I'll be interested to see, because like I say, I haven't been on it in 5 years, and I've always loved Troy. Like, Troy's, aside from like Gwazi, I think it's like the first proper wooden coaster I ever went on back in 2009, so it's always like, it was in my top 10 at one point, and then it like, I don't know, I've always come back, and I've always had a really good day at Toverland, and I've always loved Troy, and then we've always kind of like gone round and round and round on it at the end of the day, which is what we did just, but I don't know if it's just a sign of my age or the sign of the coaster's age, but yeah, we had a front row ride last, and we were both like, right, we're done now. It was a lot. Like,
I don't know, but you can feel the car sort
Yeah.
of, you can physically feel it jumping and hitting the side of the track.
Yeah, I
which
thought
is
so
odd,
too.
but it's a really, really well profiled coaster.
Yeah.
It's frantic, but
It is.
Just,
It's just, I would love to, I don't know too much about the retrack work they've done, but I would love for them to like do some more of that, because
you can't tell it has been if that
no,
is the case.
yeah. But I mean, it's still a great coaster. It's still amazing. Like, still one of the best wooden coasters out there, in my opinion. But it just, because it's so iconic, and like you say, it's so well profiled. You kind of want to like
It's a beautiful
just
layout.
keep looking after it. Yeah, exactly.
I had to get the cap though.
Yes, of course.
Saw the cap, ran.
You had a vision of an outfit, and you're like,
Yeah,
I need the cap. Yeah. And the one was like, do you want the tag taken off? And you're like, no. She was like, okay, you weirdo. What did you think to Toverland then?
Really,
Your
really,
first
really
visit?
good. I've loved it. Yeah, it's everything I hoped it would be. Just a beautiful little place. One thing I will say is it's really expensive. We've noticed, so we've just done sort of. It's our 5th park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Over the trip, and again, I always gauge it off the price of a beer, which might sound like a bit of a thing, but I think we paid sort of no more than €4 in any place, whereas it's €6 here.
Yeah. It's good beer. It's really good beer.
Very good beer. Again, it's not nothing to do with the quality, but they just sort of.
It was a lot. It was noticeable.
I got a croque monsieur, so a ham and cheese toasted. It was €8. Very good, but it's a lot.
It was really. That's the thing. I got a hot dog. The hot dog was a $5. Like,
which is alright, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, like, it was more the fact that we came and we had 2 coffees and 2 sausage rolls. Then we had 2 beers, and then we had a croque monsieur, a hot dog, and 2 more beers, and we've spent like €70, and that's all we bought. Well, we spent 30 more on merch and stuff.
No, without the merch.
Oh,
we
right,
spent
120
on breakfast and lunch.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So it is expensive, but I think it's just a great park. Like you were saying when we were walking through, you were like, I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah.
And I think I said to Sam, I always come out of this park thinking that, and like I said, I've been visiting since 2009, and it's been really cool to see how it develops. Like, all of the entrance plaza wasn't here when I came before, and like the whole of Avalon wasn't here when I came before, and it's just, every time I come back there's something new to do, which is really exciting.
Really good, really excited to come back. Yeah, obviously I need to get back and get on feet.
Yes, well, we will.
Explore Avalon. So I'm itching to come back already. We just walked out the gates, which is always a good thing.
No, it was really. We've had a really good day. This is the end of our trip. I say it's the end of our trip. We're going to Amsterdam tomorrow. We've had to extend it because of the flight cancellation, but not that that's a bad thing. But it wasn't planned. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the trip. If you've watched the whole trip, thank you so much for watching this vlog. If you've only watched this vlog, if you have been to Toverland and you've been to Europa Park, because this is the big question. Which do you prefer, Troy or Wodan? Let me know in the comments which you prefer. I still prefer Troy just because it's like, I'm a Troy fangirl and you're a Wodan fanboy, so it's like that's what we kind of. I do think, if I'm being very honest with myself, I do think Wodan is better, but I just can't.
Yeah. But again, I think I said this morning there wasn't much in it.
Yeah.
There wasn't after those rides later today. There was.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
It's still an incredibly good wooden roller coaster.
Yeah.
One of the best I've done. Probably 3rd behind. I'd say Wodan, Balder, then that for me. But I haven't done anywhere near as much as Jordan has. So.
Oh, do you know what else? Another good point that Sam said earlier that I had never thought about. He said that the indoor areas feel like a water park without a water slides, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, I was getting romantic vibes in the newer bit.
Yeah, definitely. But yes, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed and you like theme park stuff, please do consider subscribing, because that's what we do here. Whenever we go to a theme park, I pick up the camera, I bring it along, I show you what we get up to. And with that being said, I will let you guys go. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming over with me.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys later. Bye.